Helldivers. Chargers are a problem. What's really good, Helldivers? I want to talk about some tactics I use for killing chargers. It's important to have several different methods of dealing with chargers because Joel loves to throw them at you at the higher difficulties. I'll be going over some offensive stratagems and support weapons as well as some effective primary strategies for killing chargers. One of the first weapons I want to talk about is the Punisher shotgun. It's the first shotgun you get in Helldivers 2. It also has the highest damage of any shotgun. This is one of my favorite weapons for several reasons. It reloads one at a time and is very quick about it. It also has some of the best stagger from a shotgun. It'll take about 7 to 8 pumps to a charger's weak spot to finish it. Up next, and probably the most widely used, is the Breaker shotgun. Favorited because of its very fast fire rate and pretty good damage overall. It's easily available and usable by anybody. Freezing a charger, or diving behind him and unloading into his hind end, makes for a very easy finish. With the other primaries, the same rules apply. Freeze him with EMS, Frost, Landmine, and Mag Dump into his weak spot. The machine gun's the first support weapon we'll be covering, and it did not perform how I thought it would. It takes about half a magazine into his weak spot to kill a charger. I used the Frostmine method to freeze, and even with this perfect setup, it still takes way too long to kill. It is, however, very good against anything with medium armor, or clearing big bug groups in a hurry. The reload animation, however, is a static reload that requires you to sit still for about 5 whole seconds. I also recommend you use this on its 900 RPM fire rate, because anything lesser just doesn't cut it. Get it? Cut it? Because it's a buzzsaw. Grenade launcher is one of the best add-clear support weapons, along with the machine gun or the stalwart. It is not effective against heavy armor at all, and doesn't even break the armor on the charger's head or legs. If fired too close, it could even bounce back at you. I even tried to steer it off course like you can do with an impact grenade, but I couldn't get this to work. If you fire most of your ammo, that's both belts of grenades, into its face, then you have a pretty good chance of killing it. But if you miss or should hit different body shots, then this will not kill you and will definitely get you in some rough spots. The autocannon is another weapon that comes in as one of my worst support weapons for chargers. It's not bad by any means, but there are other support weapons that I think rank higher. The reload animation is completely static, but a bit faster than the machine gun, reloading in about 3 seconds if it's completely empty. If it's not completely empty, however, the reload is much faster. You can pop his weak spot in just a few shots. Be careful though, shots from the front of his armor can ricochet off to hit your teammates or yourself. The laser cannon can deal damage to chargers through their armor, it however cannot kill them outright from the front. You might have more luck on his weak spot, but with the lasered nature of the cannon, you have to hold it on his weak spot for too long for it to be considered viable. Even with both battery packs, I wasn't able to finish this charger just by kiting him around. It's not completely useless, I just don't recommend it against chargers or anything with heavy armor. Let's talk about stratagems. There are several stratagems you can use to wipe chargers off the map. Some are tracking and will go straight to the charger. These are very easy to use. You throw and forget. The 110mm rocket pods are great at shattering the armor on the backs of chargers and Bile Titans. I don't believe it will kill them outright, but you now have a gaping hole in their armor that makes it much easier to finish off. A couple well-placed impact grenades will eventually finish these off. I can thank Takibo for that one. He just released a video going over 50 quick tips in Helldivers 2, so go check that video out. The Rail Cannon Strike is another one of my favorite Charger Begone stratagems. Another throw and forget Pokeball, capable of ending a Charger before a fight even starts, or if one is chasing you, making them much easier to manage. Our last throw and forget stratagem is the Orbital Laser. This one will focus on the toughest bug in the area. I should emphasize that you have to throw these stratagems pretty close to your target. It can steer off and go for bugs that were an unintended target if you don't get it close enough. My favorite stratagem for dealing with chargers is the Eagle Strike. This stratagem will destroy bug nests, bot factories, shred medium or heavy armor if it doesn't kill it outright. It's very satisfying to kill a charging charger with an Eagle Strike stratagem. Next on our list is the Railgun. If you're using the Railgun, be sure to set it on unsafe mode. That way you can overcharge your shots. Be careful though, if you hold your shot for more than 3 seconds, your gun will explode, destroying you and killing you outright. Avoid using it on his weak spot. Your shots can even bounce off the armor on the top of his weak spot because of the angle. Or you can just use a Bile Titan. You can also kill a charger with a precision strike. I recommend getting good at aiming these because it will help you later on when you start throwing 500 kilogram bombs. The flamethrower is goated in both team killing potential and killing chargers. You have to be very careful when using the flamethrower because you can easily catch yourself on fire if you don't watch your environment. Bugs coming at you will also catch you on fire, dead or not. Chargers don't stand a chance against the flamethrower. Just paint them with napalm and they will fold in seconds. The danger comes from setting the environment, your teammates, yourself, or that charging charger that's coming straight at you on fire. As a bonus tip, jump packs, as advertised in the game, are excellent for letting you maneuver around chargers and avoid them. The spear has some of the most potential of any support weapon. A homing rocket launcher that destroys heavy and medium armor that you can shoot from afar? That sounds perfect, right? Well, you actually have to get pretty close to get the lock-on to work, and it's really inconsistent. I found out gathering footage for this video you can actually lock onto chargers that are hidden in the ground. So if you're paranoid about giant rocks getting up and chasing you, grab a spear. Having a static reload can also get you into some rough spots too, because it doesn't one-shot chargers unless you hit it in just the right spot. The anti-tank is one of the best things of dealing with chargers or Bile Titans. You have to be accurate with your shot though. Glancing his head plate or hitting his arm will not kill it from full health. If you hit him just right in the head, on his horn just above his face, you'll pop his head in one shot. The same goes for Bile Titans. One good shot and they'll fold. The arc throw is very good at ad clearing, and very good at clearing teammates. It has the potential to arc off and kill your team, but is not guaranteed. I've been hit and left with 1 HP before, so it's not a guaranteed kill. It is very dangerous, however. It arcs between enemies, but does not arc between bodies, so if the crowd starts to pile up, you'll need to find a new angle. Now it's very useful at killing chargers as well, because you can 6-shot them to the head, as well as arcing off their head to hit smaller bugs around them. Your shot has a pretty good chance of arcing off his paws, so you need to make sure you hit your shots. That sounds alright. Okay. Now, I want to show you the whole reason I was even inspired to make this video. The recoilless rifle, very quickly becoming my favorite. You do have to sacrifice a backpack slot to carry your ammo with you, but the most consistent way of killing chargers is hitting his claw with one shot and breaking his armor, then shredding his arm with a primary. Unfortunately, the reload is pretty bad, but you can also use the recoilless rifle to take out shrieker nests from afar. Spore spewers, illegal broadcasts are easy targets as well. Well, here's a quick summary of a few ways to kill chargers. It's very useful to remember several of these, because I imagine you'll have to use a mixture of them to keep yourself clear of chargers. But I hope this helps.